This is a podcast I was featured on called Ask Broman. I talked about some things or asked them some question things that I usually don't ask for graphic designers, but I think it'd be helpful for you guys if you ever want to stream. I would check out the Ask Broman podcast if you want to learn more about streaming, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
This dude or gal, it's Geek Designs. How are you doing? It sounds like the name of an interesting business, and I can't wait to find out what that business is.
What that business
So the
do?
best thing to do if you are Geek Designs right now would be to check all of your audio interface equipment. Make sure that...
Hello?
There you go.
Right now, so.
What can we do for you, my friend?
So I have kind of started streaming. I kind of started last year and then dropped off, and I'm starting to pick up again.
Yep.
I kind of do creative streaming. I kind of just basically turn my webcam and turn my screen on while I'm working on client stuff or my personal stuff and just let people watch while I'm working on it.
What kind of design?
And I'm just graphic design, web design,
Gotcha.
marketing, pretty much anything you can think of.
Cool.
So I'm just trying to figure out like what's the best way to grow it, or I honestly don't care if it becomes the biggest thing since sliced bread.
Okay.
Just have a small hub of people and just work while I work.
What's your okay? So you got a really good mindset right now. What is your personal goal with Twitch? Like, how are you trying to utilize it? Is it just a secondary form of advertising, networking? Do you want it to replace all your other income?
No, I don't want it to replace it because honestly, I enjoy designing more than anything else. So
cool.
I guess it's just like a secondary thing while I'm working kind of thing.
Beautiful. Well, I mean, for me, if I was you in your situation, you've already got clients that you work for and things like that. I would encourage all your clients to come watch you work on their shit live.
Okay.
So you have an instantaneous feedback loop for, they can see something and say, I like that, I don't like that. And I realize, there are positives and negatives to that, and you might not want to do it with every client, but
yep.
It's a unique perspective. Also, you could just use it as an offering. Like, you could up your fucking price. Okay. It doesn't change your work day at all, but you could say, hey, do you want to fucking watch me stream your shit? You could call it like live consulting. You can live consult through the entire design process. You could fucking charge double for it because it sounds real goddamn classy. And
it does sound pretty fancy.
You could fucking live consult on this shit. You can, be in my channel. We'll be talking about it the whole time. I'll devote an entire 8-hour day of live consulting on your project for you. Just from saying that, I feel like you could probably double the amount of money that you charge per hour or whatever for that sort of a project. That's how I would be utilizing it, especially since you're using it as a secondary level of income increase. It is that'll do a lot of great things for you. It'll do passive promotion for your channel. Every client will know where to find you, and they'll also know if they like your work where other people can find you, and those folks can come lurk in your chat, and you are literally turning yourself into a billboard for yourself, which is killer.
Yeah, that actually sounds like a good idea.
I hope so.
You're way too good at this, Broman, because that's like that was immediately where my mind went, because my wife streams a little bit, and she'll do photo editing, and we've talked about the option of having people watch her edit their photos live, as it is relevant, and it's an interesting territory. It's one of those things where you kind of take a risk by doing it, unless you can buffer ahead of time. You don't want to just say, hey, anybody can, if I've taken your pictures, in her case, and you wanna watch me edit them and see them live, then pull up this channel, because then you kind of put yourself in a position where people they'll take advantage of that if you just say that out there. But if you don't tell people that you can include it as part of the package deal for what they're paying for, then you're, like Broman said, you have an opportunity to double your income. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it would have to be something that I'd have to charge more, because currently right now I charge for alteration, because if you give a client too many options for alteration, it just becomes a revolving door and the job never gets done.
Oh god, yeah, that would be scary to have to be a part of, because you'd have you will have people that take advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean you've already got a good head on your shoulders, like business wise. I was really excited when you said that you're not looking for Twitch to be your primary and you love designing so much, so you're using it as like an assist. That's
yeah. I mean,
so I want you to know that you're really ahead of the game on that.
Yeah, I mean, the creative community on Twitch is already so small, so it's like it couldn't become my primary anyways. But
yeah,
if it becomes my secondary, that's great.
Yeah. I would also, and much like what I'm doing right now, if you have time to create like side content, doing education and tutorials or whatever about whatever the fuck it is you're designing that day, that's good stream content, sort of talking through your design process and your thoughts. And just kind of documenting that as you go about your day is really low effort from you. You might need to learn, like, I don't know if you're super talkative or not, like that might be a road bump for you, but that is also it's awesome pillar content that you can use to redistribute and advertise yourself at other locations that aren't just Twitch, like Facebook and Instagram, etc. Also, if you're not doing like time lapse, if you're not doing fucking time lapse Instagram of how your design process works, you're fucking up.
That is really cool.
Well, that was my goal this year, was to do a YouTube channel. I took that serious and did tutorial videos and all that stuff. And I started doing time lapses maybe a couple years ago, so that's been added in there also. So. And
one more piece of advice, because my designer that I pay to do all my shit is in chat, and he says design your own stuff too, like non-client stuff. So make sure you're doing that as well.
Yep.
But yeah, that's what we got for you. You have any other follow-ups? You got anything else?
Nope, that was pretty much it.
All right, man, that's fucking solid. You want to let everybody know where they can find you?
Yeah, you can find me on pretty much any social media platform. It's all Inner Geek Designs everywhere. So
fantastic. So yeah, Inner Geek Designs, inner like inside, and then Geek Designs. It's all one word. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Yeah, you have a great kick-ass day, my guy. What a cool dude. I like that.
That was pretty cool. I don't think I've run into someone who at least has an interest in Twitch at a level, wants to build a little bit of a Twitch base, but doesn't want it to be the thing that they do.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I still feel like as much as I recommend for growth, people go to platforms that aren't Twitch, which based off the folks that have started trying after we've done stuff on the podcast, like Facebook has incredible growth potential right now. And so does Mixer. But
yeah, I was gonna say Mixer.
Yeah, aside from those locations, if you're already on Twitch and it's just what you like to do and you're part of the community here, building a side hustle like that, making it a part or a component of your overall strategy for exposure for your whatever the fuck it is that you do is huge. We're actually working on some really fucking out of left field stuff for the Guardian Con charity marathon this year on Twitch that may or may not involve stuntmen, but yeah, so just realize that there is no right or wrong way. This is the advice for everyone who's listening. You might not be a gamer. There's no right or wrong way to use a live streaming platform. Like there's obviously best practices, but I would rather you focus on figuring out how to get what you love on the platform instead of feeling like you have to play by that platform's rules. I think everybody wants to play by the rules first, and I think it's a backwards way to go about it. Yes, stunt men. All right, so let's grab.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.